you could petition the authorities perhaps and curtail the upgrading or development. Is that a realistic aspiration?
It's going to be tough because when we first started to wanting to do the project, and the authority did mention to us, there's no reason for us to fund you this project because nostalgia and memory means nothing. When you build a new casino, you can generate a lot more money. So, yeah, we have generation gap.
We also have, through this facelift and upgrading, sometimes the authorities say, yeah, we're preserving, what Old Places is trying to do is that, if we enter the shop or the space, it should be kept, as how it is, since beginning. We're not looking for spaces where, outside, it looks as, old and inside, but it's totally revamped. So this is not what we're looking for. Also, interestingly, when we visit some of the places, the owner of the place wants upgrading or wants it changed because of time or because of their own valid reason. So that also makes it difficult for the filmmakers. So of course, we will petition, some of the shops, that we like them to be preserved as it is. But there's also other, we cannot decide. Sometimes it is the owner of the space, sometimes it is the authority.
Well, I think we hope another point is that we want to show that why are we afraid of the word old? It has its charm. Age can be a kind of beauty as well. And because our nation is so obsessed with new, everything has to be renovated, everything has to be so obsessively clean and new. So actually we want to show that actually from a filmmaker's point of view, a lot of old stuff that actually have more substance or maybe have more depth or even have a kind of memory there. There's a lot of nice thing about it. It's something that's not plastic. It has this, it's like leather, which is still so much better looking than plastic. So we want to show also through these images to see that actually there's a lot of beauty in it, which we just disregard as, this is, let's throw it away. This should not be our attitude towards it. We hope that people seeing the beauty of it, to recognize that actually, it's a kind of beauty as well. It's a very natural kind of beauty.
Actually, I think I do see some familiar faces because some of the people here contributed to some of the stories. I don't know, are you here? Raise your hand. Maybe they are a little bit shy, but I think the family who contributed the story of the puppy catching, I think they're here. So yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah. Is Matthew here? Yeah. Shy. Okay. Yeah.
Any other questions? Is the narration continuous or is it per place? Are you featuring it like a documentary style or more a continuous narrative?
It's a collective stories of 50 locations, and we bring them from one place to another place, and you have love and nostalgia. I don't have to say, but yeah. Yeah.
It's Old Places 2 underway, and how far?
We already have shortlisted some of the content, and actually we do have a Facebook group. It's called Old Places, and we are constantly we have an active group member of like 200 old people, and that's helping us to tell us where are the old places and things like that. So we actually already had the content. We are just waiting for the final stage, which is the funding. So upon securing the funding, we are all set to go to shoot, and hopefully we can finish in August.
Is the content released so that we can know what to look forward to?
Join the Facebook group, please. Old Places in Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think the authorities have changed their minds since they saw that there was such a success after Old Places 1?
I don't think so. After the election, everybody is talking about upgrading. So we only have to be honest, we only have like how many months? Another like 3 or 4 months to shoot, because a lot of places are disappearing very, very quickly at this moment. In fact, like 50% of the places you see here have already been upgraded or destroyed, or like the playground is no longer around anymore. So we only have like 3 months, and in fact we haven't been sleeping very well because we were struggling whether should we just shoot first and decide, or because it's a big logistic, because for a film like this we cannot use a 3-man crew, we need like 8, 9 to 10 people crew to shoot this. So yeah, it's a very big struggle, and it pains us when I see like another place is going to be gone soon. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Well, I think one of the things that really touched the audiences was that all the stories came from the heart, like you mentioned, Eva, that was the approach you guys took. So even though you're documenting history is through the eyes of the people, and it made it very different. Maybe you can share with us some of the responses that you got, because I know that a lot of people wrote to Tron Pictures, which is Royston's company. A lot of people wrote to MediaCorp, and there was a demand for the re-screening. Maybe you can share with us a little bit.
When All Places 1 was premiere on the National Day, and even though halfway I really got SMS from people that say, they're watching this show with their kids, and they thank us for making it, because the mother is finally can show to the kid, that this is where I had my childhood. Because whenever they tell them blah blah blah, they can't imagine where and what does it look like. But now, All Places become a medium between 2 generations to share about memories, so that the kids can know, this is how my mom had the childhood days. And also, what is a lot of responses to that, and where is this place, where is that place? A lot of people actually see the charm of these places, which they have ignored like some time ago. So they want to revisit this place. So I think everyone really, when you have a good eye, to present the beauty of certain places, it actually attract more people who want to go there to experience the space themselves.
For me was, I think when the film was shown, the next day, the Octo Channel commissioning officer called me up and said that they have been bombarded with phone calls from 8 a.m. until night time. They had over like 300-400 of phone calls, including a very troubled mother because her daughter has been sent to A&E, and she missed the show, and she really hoped for a rerun. And then there were community center calling us, and there were also health promotion board calling us saying that they would like to bulk order the whole thing, because they felt that it's a very good tool for the elderly to watch, and it's a good communication tool, and one of the most touching things happened in Kinokuniya was when this young girl brought an 80-over-years-old grandmother queuing up to buy the DVD for us to sign, and he said that the grandmother really wanted to keep a copy of this because it meant so much to her. And as much as a lot of things have changed, but that DVD, some of the images inside really make the grandmother remember a lot of things, and they could have a good communication, and that to me is wonderful.
So as you can imagine that, how delighted we are, as filmmakers, as how, the film, has touched, so many hearts. Because this film is important to all of you, that's why it's important to us, and as filmmakers to try our best to make our next film. So continue to support us, continue to support All Places and All Places 1 and 2, and we hope that we can have more dialogue through this film.
Well, I think I need to pass the mic over to someone who's actually. We will set up the signing area, and maybe you can just advise everyone